The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, shit, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Thanks for that, LaRon. I forgot to close this goddamn door, man, but, they not close that up in here. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Toomer's Town. I'm your host, Al Toomer. Don't let the opening music frighten you. That's just, I like a lot of movie, soundtrack movies and all type of shit. And when I'm in one of these goddamn down and gritty moods where you got to go get it and do what you got to do, I like listening to shit like that. I walk around and listen to that shit goddamn 24/7 on the grind, going to do what I goddamn got to do. That's just what I'm listening to right now. And I love it. That's the old James Bond theme song from goddamn Diamonds Are Forever, real shit. So how y'all doing? Welcome back.
What's up, Al?
What's going on with it, man? Why are you back there with your good engineering ass? What's going on with it?
What's up, everybody? This is the Lyrical Renegade, LaRon Pierce. Morris Media is
the Lyrical Renegades.
That's who I am, man.
Bro, that's a cool ass name.
That's my self-proclaimed name. That's what I go by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. From the only hip hop show, man. What's up, Al?
I'm hanging in there, man. Just like I say, in one of these moves, there got them few things that we gonna talk about tonight, as we always do. That is quite controversial. I want to talk to my folks about why they think Jay-Z's a sellout and Colin Kaepernick and all this shit. And I'm expecting some other guests up here when they ever get here. There'll be a couple of females,
Right. Yeah.
Well, we want to talk about, how dating has changed in the Me Too movement. I mean, a lot of women have noticed that goddamn guys have changed their approaches and are not even approaching them like they used to because they're afraid to goddamn fucking get charged with sexual harassment and that type of shit. I didn't know it was that goddamn deep, but obviously this type of shit is going on.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I mean, if you want, we can go right into it, and then we'll just continue when the ladies get here.
I don't know if I want to start on that. We'll start on some brevity. Let's pull up the kid, and this ain't even brevity, man. Everything is real around here. But the kid who got accused of dog doo-doo being cocaine on his hood. But before we go, let's start there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Al Toomer. This is Toomer Style. I'm the host of this show, and we're here at Morris Media. Please call in. The chat. Is that live? Are you in there? Let me know what anything that's going on in there.
Yeah, I'm actually tuning in.
Yeah, and y'all, while y'all in the chat room, Kevy, he'll be slithering around in there somewhere. What's up to say? But I love him because he's always there, man. Yeah, but the call is number 323-293-3375.
Sir.
Right here at Morris Media. And hit the like button and the dislike button. But I want to tell some of you motherfuckers something in the comment section. Now, I don't have a problem with goddamn criticism. I mean, it's nice to get, because for the most part, 99% of the comics that I've got has always been favorable and cool. But there was, a moment here a month ago where this studio was invaded by another person's fans. And I just, bruh, it's one thing to goddamn fucking say something horrible, but I can't stand a goddamn fucking internet gangster, a motherfucker that sits there and type.
I was just talking about my boy the other day about that,
Motherfuckers that sit behind a computer and type, motherfucker, the shit that you will never say to nobody's face, but just all type of outlandish bullshit.
Yeah, so, try that with the OG, see what happens to you.
Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, man. So, other than that, we cool. Like I say, right here at Morris Media, every goddamn week, call in.
Portis, you know what I mean? 5
Shout
years
out to
anniversary
Miss Portis Morris, who's been running this thing now. We got a big thing coming up this 24th.
The 24th.
It's the 50th anniversary. Yeah, 50th anniversary right here.
Yeah, we all will be here. You
know what I mean? Private affair, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be here. Yeah, a black tie, all black party is what it is.
Oh yeah.
What's up with niggas? Have we talked about this before about niggas doing these all white parties?
Nah. I mean, I've seen white parties, but it ain't like our parties. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying all white party where I gotta just wear all white. Like niggas, what type of Ku Klux Klan shit is this? Where is there ever an all black party? But motherfuckers set up parties
we got
like
barbecue.
You gotta wear all
parties,
white, white shoes, white socks, white pants, white coat, white every goddamn thing. Just all white.
Right. We just got to do our own thing. Like, we've been barbecuing for years, you know what I mean? For 400 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just got.
But at an all white party, I don't think too many niggas is fucking around with barbecue.
I mean, some do, some don't. But they rather go to clubs and seeing women shake their asses and spend money on them and shit.
Yeah, we do all that. We do all that.
Or go to concerts to see rappers or singers perform, or go to movies. They will do that other than go to actual parties.
That's the kind of shit we do. The negrosity. Yeah. My boy has a T-shirt he printed up, man, that said, let's stop negativity and negativity.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All that. No negativity, no negativity. No negativity, no negativity. We need to eradicate all that shit. Now, let me set up this first video, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a kid played quarterback for the Georgia Southern. I think they are the Eagles. That's over in my state, Georgia. But Georgia Southern is like a Division II school that, it raises hell on its division. Every now and then, Georgia Tech will fuck their motherfucking ass around because they put them on the schedule for their homecoming and paid the school a few goddamn million just to take this ass with them. But on their level, they are a very dominant team over in Georgia. Their black quarterback, not too long ago, was driving along in his car and was pulled over by the police, and they saw a substance on his hood, which he told them was bird shit. But from their test, they said it was cocaine, and they took this boy to jail. He was kicked off the team for a little while. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I've heard about it, but I never nobody really talked about it. But
yeah, well, they got the tape of where they pulled this boy over at man on this shit, and this boy's starting quarterback. He had to go through this shit, and then we're gonna talk about that. Go ahead and play that, man.
We're gonna go ahead and play it right now, man.
Yeah, it's bullshit, bruh.
What you're looking at here is the traffic stop of Georgia Southern quarterback Shai Werts. He was pulled over, per TMZ, for speeding, then questioned about a white substance on the hood of his car. Here's the Q&A from the officer in Werts.
What's the white stuff on the front of your hood, man?
Bird shit.
Bird shit?
Yeah.
That ain't bird shit.
I promise you that's bird doo-doo.
I promise you it's not, though.
I swear to God that's bird doo-doo.
Well, I swear to God it's not, because I just tested it, and that turned pink.
You can see it on the windshield.
That's not bird poop.
I swear to God that's bird doo-doo.
That's not bird poop.
I swear to God.
That's a lot of bird shit, man.
I tried to clean it last night at the gas station.
I can still wipe it off.
It's bird doo-doo.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, so the officer ran a field test, and we will get to the inaccuracy of said field test in a moment. Here's the substance the officer saw on the hood of Werts' car.
Ending with Werts in the back of the deputy's vehicle, where he would be taken to the Saluda County Jail.
That's right, Werts went to jail for a crime he did not commit. There was a grave injustice done here. So here's what occurred. When his field testing kits came back positive for cocaine during the July 31st traffic stop, the officer arrested Werts. The drug charges sparked national headlines and left the quarterback briefly suspended and in danger of missing Georgia Southern University season opener later this month against the national powerhouse of LSU. Although it came back positive, field test should be under intense scrutiny. Here's why. Sage, chocolate chip cookies, motor oil, spearmint, magic soap, tortilla dough, deodorant, billiards, chalk, flour, breath mints, Jolly Ranchers, donut glaze, exposure to air, and loose leaf tea have all drawn a positive field test. These tests cost about $2 a piece. A sign of penny squeezing by police departments across the country. Some test results can be effective.
Yeah. Wow. So you get a fucked up drug test on your shit. I mean, shit that's in goddamn fucking regular shit, but the devices that they use to determine what this is. I mean, goddamn, who the fuck would drive around with cocaine on their hood?
Nobody. Who the fuck does that?
I mean, that's just totally ridiculous, man. And you gonna take this boy to jail? The boy said, "Sir, that's bird doo-doo." I'm trying to say, that's bird doo-doo. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that's out, man. I don't believe this shit.
But that's the type of shit that's going on, LeBron.
Hey, man, that means, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else to say, man. You know, the government trying to keep us down, you know what I'm saying? Like, they try not to have us get ahead, and that's what we try to do.
I don't know about that, about whether they're trying to stop us from getting ahead, and we're going to have to decide who the fuck us is. It's what us do, what we decide to do, man.
Right.
The thing is, black people, the last thing that we have not learned is to be what they would call preemptive. We're still reactionary. You sit back and you wait on motherfuckers to do to you. Once we learn the act of preemptive shit,
right?
You don't want to do this, but when you realize that's what motherfuckers doing to you, they are preemptively setting up your destruction. They are preemptively setting up to do this, but you sit back and wait on the motherfucker to do something to you, and even when they do that, we don't do that. So it's preemptive. Cause and effect. You don't sit around and let nobody fucking slap you. You got to be the motherfucker to steal on somebody.
Right.
So that's where we coming on from on that on that, man. Yeah. So now we going from that, I want to go and get into this goddamn fucking thing about Jay-Z and the NFL and get into the whole thing, because I can't believe that this shit is even an issue that people are sitting around talking about, man.
Right, that is a huge trending topic as of late. Even they brought it up on the Only Hip Hop show last Sunday, and I didn't even give my opinion on it, because the reason why I didn't, because at the end of the day, this man did a business move, made a business move.
Right.
And y'all talking about a business move? I get that you guys are I get what people are defending Colin Kaepernick because he kneeled down because of all the stuff that was going on, like getting our black people getting killed left and right. And that's understandable. But you're gonna talk about how you gonna talk about Colin Kaepernick, what he's doing, but yet you guys want to talk about Jay-Z, what he's doing? That really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this is a business.
The craziest thing is, I mean, when you really look at the goddamn fucking lunacy of our people,
right, is
that they call him a sellout now.
Yeah.
But when he was selling dope in his community, he wasn't called a sellout then.
Right. That which really doesn't make any sense. He's been doing that since he was a kid.
Doing what he had to do.
About it,
doing what he had to do. You know, but Jay-Z will know. And I know I'm gonna piss a whole lot of motherfuckers off when I say what I'm about to say, because there are just certain goddamn niggas, especially goddamn mixed bread motherfucker, that you can't say nothing about.
Right.
You better not say nothing about Barack Obama. You really better not, as far as the black community, say nothing about Jesus. But man, Colin Kaepernick. You know, I was with what the fuck he was doing in the beginning.
Right. As we are.
Yeah. But I have a problem with his silence.
Yeah, he's been silent for
I have a problem with him not saying nothing.
Right.
I mean, his so-called girlfriend says more than him. I mean, right. And bruh, if you that type of bitch ass nigga, you talking about being a, I mean, Laurent, would you rather be a motherfucker like Jesus or Muhammad Ali or God, or be a fucking athlete?
I'd rather be Muhammad Ali, speak my piece, and call it how it is.
Exactly. This boy has to, he is right now, he has a platform to be that next big social, like that motherfucker. He can sit down goddamn Al Sharpton and Farrakhan and everybody in the black community. He can sit all them motherfuckers down. But motherfucker, you ain't saying a goddamn thing. And that's what I have a problem with him about. Why ain't you talking? He could do what he could to shut down the league if he came out and just told black people, don't watch this motherfucking shit until they give me a job.
Right.
But he ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Right.
So I'm not gonna get into what Jay-Z's doing and all these other motherfuckers doing. You're right. Who cares?
He's a businessman. He's making business moves.
That's what he does. That's what he's supposed to do.
He's making money while you bitch ass niggas ain't making shit but talking shit on social media and just bringing commentary. And
exactly.
Shit. That shit is weird as fuck to me, bro.
It is. And the thing that is that he was cool before he did this. That's the thing about black, our people, how quick they are to turn on us. Because I've talked about this on my show before. Yeah. About, man, is it more insulting to be called a nigger by a white person, or is it more insulting to be called a goddamn coon or a sellout by your own goddamn folk?
Right. And that's been going on for years.
And I'm telling you, bruh, it hurts worse, bruh, to be called a coon or a sellout by a goddamn black person, but we throw that shit. We just throw it around just because motherfuckers don't agree with what we say. Oh, you a coon. You a sellout. Uncle Tom. I mean, what's wrong with us, man? We got a couple
of Toms on social media, too, so it's like.
But just because a motherfucker, man, you can't just goddamn label nobody that because they don't agree with you on that.
Right.
Tom, sellout, you coon. And then when a motherfucker finally, when somebody calls you that, from that same, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it hits you, when somebody calls you an Uncle Tom, man, that shit don't feel good at all.
Hell no.
Like Dave Chappelle said, when the motherfucker was calling him Uncle Tom. These are very serious allegations coming from another black person. Nobody wants to be called a Tom or a nigga. Uncle Tom, you don't want to be called no coon, or you don't want to be called no sellout.
Right.
And actually, black people, we are all, still all of them, because we can't make nobody stop calling us that.
Right.
So would you rather be called a nigger by a white person, or would you rather be called a coon by one of your own?
I'd rather be
an Uncle Tom. Huh?
I say none. And just call me by my first name and that's it, or my stage name, however, but just don't call me by none of those, because I ain't none of those. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no choices when it comes to that.
There, well, I'm saying, nigga, which one would you get? Which one, if you just had to choose one, which one would you goddamn choose over the other? Are you going to choose nigger? Are you going to choose coon? Are you going to choose Uncle Tom? Are you going to choose sellout? Are you going to choose snitch? I mean, black people have some very goddamn stringent rules amongst us.
Right. I mean, it happens, man. Like, people say something positive on social media and then it becomes a negative on a backlash from all the other fans of social media.
Right.
It really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, people need to shut the fuck up and live their lives and make money. That's all these people need to do, to be honest with you.
Well, I can believe that too. But man, where's the world going, man? I mean, have human beings peaked? That's all it's about, man. All you do is grow up, man, make money, do what you do, take care of yourself, get your house, and just goddamn fucking make kids and just do dumb ass shit. If this shit is all about just making money and continuing that shit, bruh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is an experiment worth continuing.
Right. So D-Call said, explain him boycotting the NFL and entertainers that wanted to participate in the Super Bowl now being a part of it.
He absolutely right, because Jay-Z did that.
Of course.
Jay-Z got them people boycotting.
Just like how he did with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. See, we
even though he in a box seat, you know what I mean?
We haven't even gotten into that, where he got them bought like less than 2% of the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
And they used that and used him to gentrify that area. When they bought that team, they put Barclays over in Brooklyn, bro, in a very broke ass neighborhood, and promised that they would not only got them build a neighborhood up, but the people that had been there, you would give them low income housing. And that's another thing that niggas need to learn to fight for when it comes to gentrification. You ain't got to go with no slavery fucking 400 years ago. If you in a neighborhood, your goddamn family had some shit there 20, 30 years, there has to be something in their grandfather toward us being able to stay here once you done made our rent go from $500 to $6,000, motherfucking tell us we got to get out. We just don't know the shit that we need to be fighting for, bruh.
Right.
Because that's happening everywhere with gentrification. They raise the rent up where you can't afford to stay there no goddamn more, and you don't do that to motherfuckers who have been there for years.
And then everybody wants to move out to other states like Vegas and Texas, and you know what I mean? It's rough.
Find a way to push you out, bro. I mean, the further you go out of L.A., bro, the further you go in the desert.
Right.
And there's some places out here, dude, I'm talking about places like Lancaster or Palmdale or any one of these motherfuckers that is in just a straight desert. I wouldn't want to live in a $10 million mansion in one of these motherfuckers, man.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, just it getting 120 degrees out there.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Hey, man.
Where were we?
Our special guest just jumped in, you know what I mean?
I saw him walk in, so maybe we need to take a little breath, a break. Come back, walking in with sorrow, hats, and all type of bullshit. Nobody's bought me a blunt. Ain't bought me a motherfucking thing. But anyway, we ain't gonna just end it like that. What were we talking about, son, before we
we was talking about the boy Jay-Z, how
yes, and they calling him a coon and all this type of bullshit.
Sell out and all that.
Yeah. But we did talk about
about that.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And what I feel about him, and as far as him being, as far as I'm concerned, bro, I don't know where you coming from. You could be a plant. Before this shit happened, man, I remember that boy playing football. I swear to God, I didn't know whether he's black, white. I thought this motherfucker was an Arab or something, man.
That's what we all thought, too.
I really thought he's an Arab.
Yeah.
I don't know about no Kaepernick and them, but just looking at you.
Yeah.
Man, I see goddamn mixed breed motherfucking kids every day. They don't look like you, motherfucker. You look like Al-Qaeda. But all of a sudden, he decided, I'm going to take a knee because of police brutality.
Of course. And then when that shit's going to stop? You know what I mean?
It ain't stop.
It's not going to stop regardless.
It ain't going to stop.
Right.
That's just the way the world goes. It's just, I don't even want to go in that, man. I've been with so goddamn far. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please call in 323-293-3375 right here on air. I feel an echo in this motherfucker, man. Right. I hear echo. But
I think that was me talking.
Oh, I hear me echoing in my own motherfucker. Maybe I need to take these motherfuckers off.
Yeah, it's probably a feedback because you're too far away from the mic because you got headphones on, too.
All right, maybe that is what it is, but it was really fucking with my ears. Anyway, we're going to take this quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to bring my guest up here and we're going to go into another gear right here on Al Toomer's Toomer Town. I'm your host, Al Toomer.
More terrible, the Great Train Robbery, Wild Apache with Joel, Navajo, Seminole, Wanted, Haunted. Things I've done in life will go down in history.
Didn't want to have to do this, but the gunslinger back in town. Cowards in scatter, yet the children them a gather round. Let them come, let them come. It's the ancient gypsy, Pancho villain. I've been dumbed down, numbed down. Stumble round the saloon, drunk as fuck by high noon. Fed his story, pissing human shit. Going out in a blaze of glory, fuck Baphomet. I got Gatling guns, 200 clips, EMPs, lasers, cowboys, aliens. It's an invasion. Chug a slug of whiskey, itchy drinking fingers sick. Circle up the wagons, posse up and go quick.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back the fuck in. Who? Franklin, Benjamin, Jackson. Why? They keep killing black men. So I'm coming for the sheriff, the deputy, and the captain. This ain't about rapping, it's about capping. I'm a general, but I'm still down for action. Meaning I'm not a battle rapper, I'm a battle capper. Get your girl out the way or I'm a slapper. I'm not looking for you heifer, I'm looking for half. I got my whole posse with me and a pet Black Panther. I got the cure for cancer and it's smoking. Cock back, split a melon wide open.
Got them choking on their own blood, begging for forgiveness. Always starting something, young guns gotta end this. Maybe I'll shoot them now, nope. Get a rope, scalp them, hang them up high by their throat. Owen Jabri, we forgot martial law. You saw how he hauled off Brown Bear Paw. Yeah, marched him through the dead of winter, left him there to thaw. Nah, quick draw, ain't feeling y'all. Brad Pitt get hit like the legends of the fall. Get got, get fit for a pine box mall. Pale face varmint meets smallpox garment. Crumble like tumbleweed, add
and you know it's not a sin for me, that's why you sent for me. Orchestrate this devil's death like the symphony. From the near and far east to the wild, wild west. Been waiting on this beach to show his teeth like this. Start the invasion. Resistance is futile. Show me to your leader so I could make the fool bow and lose his vows cause he broke his vow. But we knew he would, these cowards was born foul. See, we gave them the game they claiming that they took, but who'd have thought how to serve man was a cookbook. I'm on my way, so turn around is not an option. Got iron heat, all Redenbacher, get it poppin'. It's high noon, these motherfuckers finna die soon, and I'ma rage war till I meet my doom. But I'll hunt you from the tomb like a goon. With a squadron of spirits and ghosts, a platoon, guerrilla warfare, ape shit, baboon.
terrible than the Great Train Robbery. Wild Apache with Joel, Navajo, Seminole, wanted, haunted. Things that done in life will go down in history.
Didn't wanna have to do this, but the gunslinger back in town. Cowards them a scatter, yet the children them a gather round. Let them come, let them come. It's the ancient gypsy, Pancho villain. I've been dumbed down, numbed down. Stumble round the saloon, drunk as fuck by high noon. Fed his story, pissing human shit. Going out in a blaze of glory, fuck Baphomet. I got Gatling guns, 200 clips, EMPs, lasers, cowboys, aliens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Make
back
sure you get the camera
to
on me.
Town. Please, wait till.
Oh, okay, I just got to make the camera.
Yeah, wait till we actually.
Oh, you on TV?
Yes, we are. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Toomer Sound, the halftime show. Call in, like I said, 323-293-3375. But my guests have arrived here, so I guess you look like you was about to say something, LaRon, so we might as well go on shift in to, this part of the show now that we have, the guest here. What did you want to say?
Oh, I was just wanting to know who's on the panel, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to know, right?
Okay, well, they could give me a chance to introduce them, and I will.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just waiting on you.
To my far left is a young lady that came up here last week. I mean, she's a good friend of my friend that's in the picture, motherfucker, and you really fuck it up because you should have just... that's what I'm talking about there. Just negrosity. We can't have any negativity to get... Okay. All right. When I say her name, then you put over there. Right. This young lady is... I don't really know who the fuck she is, but she's a friend of mine, goddammit, and that means she's all right with me.
Yes.
So she's up here tonight. And her name is Mundaria. Is it Mundaria? Mundaria Coleman. So, Mundaria.
Hi, everybody.
There she go.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Now, she's up here with my next guest, and it's really fucked up because you done fucked up the hat and everything, man. Needed to be a surprise.
Hey, well, y'all want camera, man. What am I supposed to do?
The element of surprise.
Anyway, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Phelan back up, and y'all seen her on the show a couple of times, and she's a very funny young lady. So I got her back up here tonight. How you doing, Shorty?
Greetings. Good to be here again.
Yeah.
Brother Al Toomer in Toomer Town.
That's a mean-ass hat, babe. I gotta
thank
get
you. I appreciate that. I do what I do.
Yeah, well, good deal. So what were y'all, I'm not going to even go there.
What? What type of segue is that?
No, open your mouth, baby. Open your mouth.
Well,
that's what she said.
I had a better segue, but chose not to go there. Anyway, y'all look wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
You look like Hong Kong Fooey over there.
You know what?
But I feel like Hong Kong Tooey.
Hey.
I ain't saying nothing about it, babe. I'm giving you a compliment. So don't
thank you. No, but I know it. That's what I feel like. I feel good. I received the compliment. Yeah, I received that compliment.
I'm trying to see what that look like.
What it look like?
What Hong Kong Fooey look like?
What is it for real?
You know who Hong Kong Fooey is?
I remember it was a cartoon.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the image. I gotta Google it. Can we cut to it? We got going on over there in the booth.
We're not going to do that right now. Just remember Scatman Crothers played his voice.
Scatman Crothers.
Bullock. So.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
We're going to look it up.
And she looked just like it.
Thank you for the compliment. Is that a compliment?
Right. Is that a compliment?
Yes, this is a compliment.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, I get it with your Hong Kong Fooey.
Yes, the Hong Kong movie. I needed that, baby. I needed to feel love today.
All right.
Yes.
Well, ladies, I'm glad y'all finally got here. It's just you're 37 minutes late, but we're going to still do what we can do with you.
Thank you, Al. We apologize for
We
CP
talked about
time.
a couple of other things as far as Jay-Z and the Kaepernick thing, and we talked about quite a few other things, but I really wanted to deal with the issue of this, how we got a clip back there about this too, where they say how dating has changed so drastically because of the Me Too movement, and how it has frightened men from even approaching women at all. Motherfuckers are just scared to approach a woman like they used to because you go to jail. But I just tell them, bitch, you're cute.
Wow.
So, I wanted to talk about that for a minute, but
it's the way you say it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. So
yeah,
brothers shouldn't be afraid to shoot their shot. You know.
But me personally, I told somebody this earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're taking it a little bit too far. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we are two different creatures, a man and a woman. And if you are attractive, I'll be like, Lord, look at the chest on you. You do push-ups. I'm not trying to molest you, sexually jump on your nutsack, but you got a good chest.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know what I mean? So I think they're just taking it a little bit too far.
Right.
But I understand a lot of people been going through stuff for years and nobody never addressed it. But don't make a man feel like he can't say, girl, look at the ass on you. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
If you are a attractive woman or non-attractive, if a man find you attractive, I don't think you should make this man feel uncomfortable when you know you got a big ass. Because I got a big, long ass. And I will bend over in 2.5 seconds.
There it is.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I think it's taking a little bit too far.
I do too, babe. I really do. That and shit, it's going not just on that, but I mean all the way around with everything. I mean, gender this, transgender this, and this and that. I mean, how do y'all feel about like the transgender motherfuckers that are trying to go in the bathroom with little girls and trying to compete with them in sports? That is really going too far.
Well, I still have a grudge.
Men or fighting to get them compete with women in sports and shit.
Well, I still have a grudge that I'm carrying for, when ESPN gave, the man that once was the woman that was once
Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner, right? Caitlyn. When Caitlyn won Woman of the Year over Serena Williams, I was offended
in real life
because I feel like you got to be a woman for a year, okay? To win Woman of the Year. He hadn't even been a woman for a whole year yet.
He won it over her?
Yes, and I was offended.
Knew that, bro.
Yes, I was offended.
Either.
Okay. So I have an issue with that. Now, when it comes to people who feel like they were born as in the wrong gender and they're transgender, I mean, I don't have any judgment on that because that may be their cross to bear, burden to bear. That's their life. If a person can fight well, if they're a good athlete, I don't have a problem with the genders mixing in martial arts, in any of it. If you feel like you can do a good job, then do a good job. I have no problem with that because those people put themselves up for that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You have no problem with the transgender going up against regular women?
No, I don't, because I mean, who's to say that a so-called regular woman
they need to start their own fucking league, bro.
A trans league?
Yeah, that's it. Everybody else got theirs. I mean, dude, you are still a goddamn man.
But there are trans women too that identify as men, and so if they want to get out there and play football, there was a young black lady that just
let them out there on the football field.
Yeah, no, it already happened. It already happened. There's a woman that is playing
in the NFL. Ain't nobody talking about no bitch playing no football in the neighborhood, babe.
Not in the NFL, but there's a young lady that's already on a college team. And she's got skills. She doesn't believe she's not dealing with a trans thing. It's just she has the skill set to be a quarterback or whatever it may be.
And I really believe, and I'm glad you said that, because I really believe the way they've changed the laws, the quarterback position should be a woman. Because you can't touch that motherfucker.
Right.
They make more money. They can run out and goddamn scoot down like a whole give that to a woman. Because that's why I don't like watching football no more.
But it's some big women that can still.
But I understand that. But you got to think about this. Like, we are females. We have nice breasts, ass. We have tooties. I like vaginas.
Yeah.
Tooties.
Some of us do.
Well, tooties. Okay. And we have ovaries and shit. Yeah. And the motherfucker kicked me in my ovary, bitch. I might can't have a baby again. You know
kick him in his nuts, he might not be able to have one either.
But I'm saying a man is stronger
Some men are. I know some weak men. I can knock their ass out.
That nigga might be 95 pounds, but if he get the strength, he'll knock your ass out.
But I've also seen women who can throw down.
And I understand that because I'm one of them motherfuckers. Yeah. But I'm telling you this.
Yes.
I don't believe in the man bum rushing for a fucking tackling a woman. That's just me.
Well, what about track? What about volleyball? What about soccer?
But let me tell you about track.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. So when you got 19 fucking lanes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 19. Everybody got their own lane. Ain't nobody gonna jump over you and push you down to get in there. So that's something different.
So we're talking about full contact sports.
I'm talking about football, baby. We talking about football. We didn't say track. We didn't say swimming.
Well, he said sports.
Yeah,
sports.
But baby, I'm gonna say that
football, right? Essentially, what she's saying is, I don't think these motherfuckers should be competing with women at all, in nothing. Get your own goddamn league, bro. If you motherfucker, especially somebody like goddamn Caitlyn Jenner, that motherfucker didn't even cut his dick off. He actually got a sex change to be a lesbian.
I don't know. I haven't looked up under that skirt.
No, he didn't cut nothing off. He told everybody he didn't cut. He still like women is what he said. So, bro, you went and got all this shit done, got some titties and kept your dick to be a transgender lesbian. I ain't got no problem with that, if that's what you want to do. But god damn.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Where we at in our, I'm gonna be 100. I'm from New Orleans. I was raised on this traditional stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you don't go to church and you're gonna die type shit. Get the fuck out of here with all that. I ain't on that. I'm not for real.
I understand.
So now I have an open mind since I've been around all kind of people, and where I'm at in my life. I can understand people doing what they want to do, but who am I to judge when I ain't shit? I ain't shit if it wasn't for the Most High.
There it is.
So I'm not going. If you want to get hit by a 6'5" big dick nigga,
right? Go on and get hit. That might be her thing. Chains and whips might decide her.
Get hit, bitch.
You know what I mean?
You know, so that's your body getting fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
But I ain't gonna walk my bow-legged ass and let no nigga hit me unless he about to put some thing on me.
Okay, he gonna hit it in a different kind of way. You gonna say hut hut.
Yeah, hit me a different way.
Somewhere. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, man. So. Yeah, so they did get that motherfucker the Woman of the Year.
Woman of the Year.
I didn't know he won it over Serena Williams.
Over Serena Williams.
Would have been over some prominent white woman or something.
No.
So he won it.
And hadn't even been a woman for a year. And you gonna win Women of the Year. Woman of the Year. Please, over Serena? And this is after people always dogging Serena and I get offended.
No, I said that's out.
Yeah, that's kind
of. Yeah, I mean, right, but at the same, but it happened.
What you say?
No,
he said that's out.
That's out. You know what I mean? I can't support stuff like that.
But it already happened, bro.
It happened, but you know, for me, I don't roll that way. I don't even speak on shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't speak on stuff like that either because I ain't got nothing to do with it. But at the end of the day, everybody do what they want to do, and it is what it is. If you got balls and a long pole and you won Woman of the Year, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wow.
She's absolutely right.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
It's just motherfuckers that, you know.
But I'm just saying, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
That ain't my. That whatever rules y'all making, just like more power to you, Kate, more power to you, Serena. The bottom line is a lot of stuff going on in this world that's not right. And a lot of stuff going on in this world that's right. But at the end of the day, you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. But somebody got to be strong enough to fight and do all that. But sometimes I can't even pay my motherfucking light bill. I ain't got time to fight.
You ain't worried about whether he got one or not. But here's my issue: is that he could have won Person of the Year because you're still a person.
Yes.
Regardless of gender, our species is people.
And we're human beings.
We're human beings. Mm-hmm, but see, humankind finds all kinds of ways not to be kind humans, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, we always want to find a way of separating ourselves and who's what and what. You know, I just say live and let live. I honestly say that. But I just don't like it when people, you know, try to assert their will over you or just do things that are absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I don't believe if you weren't a woman for over a year, you should not win Woman of the Year. Be a woman for a year.
How come he could just win being what he was?
That's his personal issue. That's his personal thing.
That's his personal.
That's his personal.
Yeah, having
she or her.
He or her.
Yeah.
Her. A successful operation, motherfucker. You made it, but you can't just because there's this thing that a motherfucker is saying that you nobody can tell me that I can't be a woman or man if I want. If that's what I want to be, I can be that, and that's just totally, I believe, ridiculous. I mean,
we live in a day and time.
It's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, it's some real stuff going on. Like it's some real stuff going on. It's some real stuff going on. And earlier when we came in here, you was talking about. I don't want to go back because we're moving forward, but you was talking about how with the rent and everything.
Yeah,
you know,
gentrification.
And like a lot of stuff going on because of money. Right. A lot of stuff going on. You taking the roof over somebody's head because of money. People working hard every day. You know what I mean? Because of money, bruh. So at the end of the day, bruh, how y'all sleep at night? But y'all motherfuckers don't really be sleeping at night. Y'all be in the mansions about to blow your motherfucking head off. Trying to get a dollar.
Right, Epstein.
Well, with billions, said, fuck it. I'd rather go on about it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he was a kamikaze on himself, but he also held a lot of secrets. So, you know, he went out with his own. He went out. He had a lot of secrets on a lot of people. I mean, he was a part of a network of perversion. So
we really don't know who goddamn did that. They say he committed suicide, but really,
exactly, we don't know.
But guess what? You the who, baby? You the third person I heard said, "All right then." Yeah. All right then.
Yeah.
You think? Come on now.
I just hope the victims. I hope that the victims. No. I do believe that it could have been. I mean, I am a person that does think about the conspiracies. I consider them. I just don't go
about that part. I'm talking about.
Oh, right. Well, I watched the news and they were talking about how the officers were supposed to keep a log and they were asleep. And doing things that they weren't supposed to do to watch over him. He had been on suicide watch, and
he tried it a week before. They say he finally got away.
So I don't even know how he had a cover. Because usually they just put you in there with nothing. No shoestrings, no shoes, no...
They haven't even said how he killed himself.
Well, they said they hung him. Death by asphyxiation, he hung himself. That's what they say.
What? Man, I done been in jail where there was nothing there for me to hang my motherfucker except if I wanted to hang myself. So
they did it with a sheet. He did it with a sheet. That's what's being reported.
I didn't even have that.
Right? How did he have that? Right? It's a comedy of errors. But I just hope that the women who he was molesting and trying to trick out in this cesspool of perversion. Yeah. I hope that they get their just due and they get the treatment that they need in terms of counseling, and then also that they are compensated well, so that these women can go on and invest in themselves and their education and just do their best to be to rise above these things.
Money
I've heard
can help a motherfucker who's been goddamn mentally abused in some way, and a motherfucker just handing you a check. R. Kelly or Michael Jackson. I mean, yes, I've been totally violated, but there's $25 million to make it much better.
Not that it'll make it better, but when you have taken women or men. Because it could be the Catholic Church as well. I mean, this is another great money maker, and they have all these, young boys. Those people deserve to have counseling. They deserve to be able to get help through their emotions and their feelings. And also, I think that it's a great distraction when you go through these type of things. And so, if these people's youth was taken from them, their innocence was taken from them, then they do deserve to be compensated. There are damages that are emotional. It's like we hear pain and suffering, so they deserve some pain and suffering. They can go to school. They can invest in themselves. They can do their best to overcome this nonsense.
Right. All right, well, let's go right here, and I'm glad you went there. As far as Trump claiming that the shooters that shot up El Paso or any of these people that do
shots out to Dayton, Ohio.
It's mental illness. So let's just deal with exactly what is mental illness. Man. Can anybody look that up on their phone? What is the definition of mental illness?
Well, I will say this.
And why do they get a pass for it?
Oh, yeah, Brother Al. Man, please. Today on the news, there was a sister who killed herself and her kids.
Ooh.
It was a black woman.
Where?
That happened here in California. I want to say it was like out towards the valley somewhere.
Wow.
They found her and her kids dead. Well, she actually survived. They took her to the hospital. She killed her children and then was trying to kill herself and then she stayed alive somehow.
Wow, how many children?
I believe it was 2 children, but don't quote me on that. But I saw this on the news. Now, this is what pissed me off. When the newscaster was reading it, he said, this is horrible. This woman and this horrible crime she committed. I'm sorry. Let's rewind back to Dayton, Ohio. Right. Let's rewind back to El Paso. Let's rewind back to all of these things. And the mental illness. They went straight to she did a crime. But they're not talking about her mental illness. But, they always assume that black women have a mental illness. They always assume that we're unstable and we're, some other stereotype. And it's just really unfortunate. Some of these people do have a mental illness. I do believe that white supremacy is a mental illness. They should call it what it is. They got these kids out here here in California that have been on tape singing Nazi songs and doing all this stuff in high school. To me, that's called a terrorist cell. If someone was sitting around with giving out Taliban material or ISIS material, the FBI would come in and they would take it serious and they would eradicate this. In Dayton, Ohio, a month before these 9 people were killed, there was a Klan rally in the middle of the town. Why would you allow that? You wouldn't allow ISIS and Taliban to set up hey, come and free speech. No, you would shut it down. So I don't understand why this white supremacy, this Nazi white supremacy stuff is allowed to go on. They are a terrorist organization and they need to be eradicated. That way of thinking is disgusting. It's hateful and it's inhumane. Period. So
and you said you knew a couple of the people over in Dayton.
Oh man, tragically, when I start looking at all of the victims that passed, I have met a couple of them because that Oregon district is like a small little entertainment area. Yeah. A lot of folks come down there. A lot of folks that get out and about in the city of Dayton. They might come down to the comedy club. It's right around the corner from there. Shouts out to Wiley's and then that little strip. I mean, it's jumping. But I'll tell you what, he chose to go to the one club that has more black people present than at the rest of the club. I mean, it's a kind of a mixed area, but that one club has more people of color presence, more blacks. So when he chose that to go,
El Paso, he drove around a lot of Hispanics.
Oh yeah, he said he wanted to kill Mexicans.
Oh wow!
And so did the guy at the Garlic Festival.
Yeah,
10 hours to go kill people in El Paso.
Yeah. But that's because Trump is starting to, all of his words, all of those.
It ain't, babe. It was weird. This shit here happened before he got in there, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I think it's given a rise to the hatefulness.
Yeah. But just like he said, bro, you got to really listen to what El said.
Yeah.
This shit really happened way before that orange man got in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not blaming it all on Trump.
I mean, the gun, it was a gun, thinking about the NRA and gun control and all that type of shit. When Obama was in office, man, the 3 major goddamn gun manufacturing companies in the world, it was a boom. They call it the Obama boom. Motherfuckers went out and bought guns and shit. Actually, since Trump has been in there, motherfuckers ain't buying guns much. But when goddamn Obama was in there, motherfuckers just freaked out and like, we got to go buy guns and shit. There's a nigga president.
Wow.
That's all is what that's all that shit was about.
I never knew that.
You could check out the stats.
You can look it up.
They tried to jump over the fence on Obama several times.
In real life,
like of all the presidents, these people just kept on trying to jump over the fence at the White House and attack the president.
You saw a broad walk up to him at the airport and put her fucking finger in his face. Now, I don't know what Michelle was that day, but he didn't have to check that. Michelle should have whooped that bitch's face. That bitch walked up as soon as he got off the plane, got there pointing in his
The FBI wasn't doing their job. You know what I mean? She shouldn't have been able to even get that close. Or were they? Yeah. But it's a problem. It's a problem. Racism is a problem in this nation, and we talked about the word amnesia earlier. Like, I think America has historical amnesia. Racism, sexism, bigotry of all varieties has always been in this country. And this is the reason why America is going through what it's going through, is because it won't confess to its so-called sins. You talked about Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, it's a big bag of just debauchery. I think that racism and sexism and all of these other isms, except for Badu-ism, shouts out to Miss Erica.
Oh girl, you are so cute for that.
But thank you, sis. But all of the other isms, sexism, racism, classism, all of it is wrong.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you really smart, because like I'm looking at you breaking this table down. You are a smart woman.
Well, I appreciate that, sis. Shouts out. But I was the slow one in the honors class, though.
But you can't tell. You don't smell slow. You don't look slow.
Thanks, sis.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy out here, Al, man.
Always, babe. And, like I say, I always respect your perspective, your opinion on all things. That's why you here.
Oh, thanks, my brother.
Fifth time here.
That means you welcome. That means you're smart, girl.
I just do my best to know as much as I can, you know.
No, I'm not playing. I told you this on the way here. You are a very domestic woman. I ain't never seen a nigga with 19,000 books and 19,000 this and that. Oh, Lord. You helping me, baby, for real.
You helping me too, Materia.
Yeah, now we going to get off of this helping. Let's let Elle have the show.
Hey, Elle.
Thank you. What's going on back there, LaRon? What we closing out with? What did I leave out back there?
I believe we forgot to talk about the gun violence. We didn't even get to the Me Too video, but we already talked about it. So
so it don't need to even go in there.
But listen, can I say something real quick, though, my brother? Also, it goes to the women, too. I think people are hypocrites about the Me Too. Mm-hmm. See, because it's Me Too when you don't like him, but let it be Shamar Moore come walk up on you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that women can be funny acting about that. Like, if we don't like him and we can think he's a troll, or shouts out to Sister Lonnie Love, she calls them tree monsters. If we don't see his value or his worth or whatever, but also in this society, because we are, it's all about, commodity, you know what I mean? And people are purchasing women, let it go for whatever the price they name. Men feel like they can, walk up on you and say what they want to say and give you an indecent proposal, if you will. I have a problem with men who assume that it's okay to come walk up on me.
That has something to do, because I guarantee you, it ain't too many women that's like dressed. Just wrapped the right way and all this type of shit. There ain't too many women like that gets disrespected, man. But when you walking out and you got your shit all budging out and short minutes, I don't know whether you just decided to do this or not, but you can't expect me to not ask you for no pussy, because that's what you advertise.
Is she advertising, or is she just,
sexy?
Yeah, if she's just, to me, if you can be sexy. I feel like a woman actually could be butt naked and a man shouldn't.
But you don't come out in the street like you can. I'm just saying, it's just that stuff you got them do for your man at home. But when you got them walk out in the street, it ain't that you can't do it. The thing is, y'all get caught up in, I can do what I want, but what you need to be thinking about is the control I have over men. You know them motherfuckers stupid as a motherfucker. You know they sensitive to what they see with their eyes. So if you gave a fuck about how they would act, you wouldn't even show a motherfucker that just walking down the street.
Okay, but you know how you have like driving while black? Nobody should have the right to just pull up on you and assume that you are one thing or another simply because of the color of your skin, that you shouldn't be driving this car, you shouldn't be in this neighborhood. No one should assume that you're up to no good. Mm-hmm. So if I'm just like dancing while busty, you know what I mean? I'm just out here, or I'm in church praising the Lord and somebody over here lusting at my ankles. You feel me? Like, it's, nobody has the right to put their perversion off on me.
I understand that, babe, but what do you expect? Just imagine, okay, we had a nude beach.
Okay, yeah, nude beach.
So you just walking around, we know what's going on there. But when you're walking out in the goddamn street just scantily clad, you have to take accountability for what you do. Because I always say, I'm going to compare it just like I've always did it. If somebody walked through this motherfucking door now with a goddamn sheet on, we know what that image represents to us, and I bet they get their ass whooped in this motherfucker if they did that. So women that stand on the street and sell pussy, they wear these type of outfits, so men goddamn think that that's like a whole head type of thing. If you wearing this, then you coming out to give up some pussy.
Well, then that's what he should be. Then he should go to Vegas. He should go over to Holland and go to the red light district. Go to where they're doing that. But just an average citizen that just looks nice and dressed, how come it can't be just, sis, you wearing that dress, How come it can't be said in a way that is
If it's
honorable? Why it got to be like, damn, bitch, look at them titties. Oh, yeah.
Well, if that's what you got them proclaiming, yeah, because that's what you advertise.
Or Trump, like Trump said, when you just got to walk up on them and grab them by the pussy. No.
That's some white boy shit. I ain't never walked up and grabbed no goddamn one by the pussy, but a whole bunch of them done walked up on me and grabbed my dick.
I've seen it. That's what I'm saying. Hashtag he too. Him
we
too.
Don't grab no pussy. I mean, what are you doing?
It happens to men too. I definitely am there for you, brother.
And that's not right.
No, it's not
right. That's what I said earlier. Like people, like they have some people really go through this shit, and I'm not gonna take that Me Too shit lightly,
right?
Because don't fucking do that, lady. That
exactly.
You heard me?
Exactly.
So, but I'm saying like. Don't use a serious situation and make mockery of this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't play with that shit, my nigga. Like, because I'm telling you, I'm from New Orleans. When that beat come on, I get off this stage and I throw my ass in 75 circles.
Yeah, in 75 circles. I love it. Well, that happened with Cuba Gooding Jr. He was at a place and they found the footage where he was rubbing up on the woman or snatched her a little bit. But come to find out, that place is like a swingers bar.
Wow.
So it's like, you got to know where you're going to. If I go to a place where they're having an orgy, I need to know that this is the rules of engagement. I'm not going to go over there because that's not what I'm trying to do. But but to me, there's places where people can be very sexual. Go to an orgy, find out where the swingers place are, find out where all the dungeons are, and go and do your thing. But don't try to. Here's my issue with the whole thing: is don't assert your will over me.
That's what I'm saying. You push your shit off on me.
Right.
What you want to do, as long that there's people like that. If you don't think the way they think, then you're the enemy, and that's not the way the world is supposed to be. I respect what you do. I don't believe in that, but don't tell me, motherfucker, if I don't think like you.
But he said a key word. Yeah. He said people need to listen. I respect what you do. I might not agree with it, but I respect you because that's your free will. Mm-hmm. But don't come pushing nothing on
your will
him.
On me. Right.
That's what he said. So people need to be wise and have a big enough fucking brain. Forgive me from cursing to understand.
Free speech.
Yeah, free speech. But I don't be one curse because I'm a lady.
Yes, you are, bro. No denying it.
I'm a lady.
Don't deny it.
Yeah. So, but I understand what y'all talking about.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, girls, we done goddamn rolled past that goddamn time. The time has goddamn fucking flew.
Well, I appreciate you allowing me to come on, Big L, and I appreciate you, sister, for bringing me here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that handsome man that's about to be a wrestler. Yes, LaRon.
Yes, brother LaRon.
Yes, Caramel Home, baby. That's his name, baby. Yes, baby. Body slam somebody, and they ain't got nothing to do with.
Oh, he gonna hashtag. He gonna hashtag him to you.
No, he gonna body slam somebody, baby. Body slam him.
That's my homegirl's son, so he gonna have to be seasoned by somebody else. He's a kid. Leave him alone.
I mean.
Oh no, we ain't doing it. If he over 21, he leave. I mean, I don't want that baby.
He might want to sign up for the lesson. I mean, he might want that master's class.
First of all, I'm a grown-ass man, and I love older women. So,
what did he say?
I said, first of all, I'm a grown-ass man, and I love older women.
Hey, that baby said, first of all.
Yeah, he said, don't be Uncle Cock blocking this mug.
But let me tell you.
Uncle Cock block.
But listen, you got the gorgeous hat on, so you really can't hear. He said, baby, I'm a grown-ass man, and I like older women.
Boom.
Boy, you better watch yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, okay, don't be trying to block.
Don't try to block that, boy.
Don't come running to me crying when she didn't beat the shit out of you.
I mean, it happened before, so, I mean.
We back to assuming now. Now you going to beat the shit out of him.
No.
I'm talking about mentally.
Oh,
because he might like that.
Mentally and pussasority.
But no, I promise you, L, that young man, he's a humble, nice young man, and he's going to go far in life. And that was a great compliment my sister and I gave him.
Right.
Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing. L, keep doing what you're doing. And Love, you keep doing what you're doing. And I will keep doing what I'm doing.
Boom.
Well, thank you.
We all gonna Google that.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that for real. I wanna look how that face look. Now let that face look like an ass. I'm coming back. Let that face look like an ass.
What do you goddamn look like? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all for tuning in to another exciting week of Al Toomer's Town up here. I'm your host, Al Toomer, and we'll see you again next goddamn week.
Much love, y'all. Peace be with y'all.
More terrible than the Great Train Robbery. Wild Apache with Joel, Navajo, Seminole, Wanted, Haunted, things that...